So it's actually a crazy story. I didn't used to pass for like the first year, but then I decided to link it with my brand, and I started making like 3D designs for WBF, and that just it became like a thing, and I just started passing all my classes from there. It was crazy. Right from a youth, I've been a creative. I went to arts class, secondary school. I used to draw, like sketch and everything. So like when I was in GS3, I just literally sketched my first collection of clothes. And this was like a channel of expressing myself through my art on clothes. And I just kept doing that from time, and I've just been doing that. And it became like a passion. So I would say naturally, me being an artist and a creative, this is what inspired me to just branch into clothes and, you know, dominate the space. Well, what Black Fantasy is the perspective of the world through my eyes as a black man. So what Black Fantasy is more or less like, I refer to myself as Mr. Fantasy. So I'm trying to just give everybody a fantasy. Everybody deserves a fantasy. I'm trying to express myself through my clothes. I want to spread joy, make like people happy, feel like the best versions of themselves. And that's just what it's all about. That's WBF. It's like a family. For my university, I studied 3D animation. So it's actually a crazy story. I didn't used to pass for like the first year, but then I decided to link it with my brand, and I started making like 3D designs for WBF, and that just it became like a thing, and I just started passing all my classes from there. It was crazy. That's the funny story. So most of my designs are 3D, like 3D renders. I do them on my softwares. I use 3ds Max. Sometimes we use Blender as well. We do like 3D renders, and then we create the image and put them on clothes, just like the one I'm wearing right now. So it gives this illusion as well. There's depth to the design, and it's appealing to the eyes. So this is how like 3D incorporated with my brand and became like a thing. I mean, honestly, it feels amazing. The truth of the matter is that black people are dope. Like we're the dopest people. The culture, the swag, the steez, everything is literally centered around us. So honestly, the most important part of everything is knowing yourself. I know who I am. I'm a black man from Lagos, Nigeria, and there's a lot of advantages to that, because if you look at pop culture, if you look at the music scene, if you look at Afro beats, the center is around us right now, Africa. Like, it's just natural for us, but we are dominating the space, and this is just how it is, and it's how it's supposed to be. So honestly, it's amazing. So honestly, I just want people to be the best versions of themselves. This is just the whole point of it. Like, I want people to feel like when they wear the clothes, they feel good about themselves. Like, they feel that like, yeah, like I have these tees on, like, they just feel so good about themselves. So this is the message. And then why world domination? World domination is because like we're trying to take over the world, like trying to give everybody that mentality that like the world is yours, but like take over it, because honestly, like human beings were made to dominate. Like we're literally made to dominate territories, and that's the human nature. So this is just like the whole idea behind it. I mean, honestly, I love when like celebrities and famous people wear my clothes, because it's like that's it was like it was made for them. It sits well on them. They know how to carry the swag, and they just rock it well. So yeah, honestly, it makes me feel good, because at the end of the day, it's something I've been doing from time. So as a normal human being, everybody, like when you work hard and you get some rewards, like naturally you feel good. So yeah, it's one of those highlights of the good sides of the job, one of those highlights, those little rewards that you get. So yeah, it does make me feel good. What drives me is my passion. Like I'm determined to just keep going. And like this is I'm not just doing this because oh it's for profit or for this or for whatever. It's like it's my life. I've dedicated my life to it. It's my passion. I sleep, I wake up, it's WBF. Like it's my it's not like 9 to 5, it's my 24/7. So yeah, that's that's about it. I handle the risk just like any other individual. I'm an entrepreneur, so like any business you're doing, you have to take risks. You have to like, especially if you want to see good results, you have to take risks. Sometimes, most times, you make some losses, but you always the fact that you keep going. That's all that matters is consistency. So yeah, you have to just take risks as a business person, especially if you want to do something that's out of the normal. If you want to do something that stands out, that speaks for itself, you have to take a lot of big risks as well. So yeah. I mean, it's a mixture of both because, like I said, my identity is that's being black as a Nigerian, and like knowing yourself wherever you go, you have to always know who you are. So, and also like my perspective, going around the world, seeing a lot of things, a lot of cultures, and just having your views on life. So that's more or less my perspective because if you look at most of my designs, they're very in-depth and there's like a story behind it. It's meant to strike a conversation. So yeah, it's like a mixture of both. I have a lot of ongoing collaborations that are in the works and probably like a summer drop. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it's back to back. Like the more capital, the more possibilities. So that's just, and like I said, it's my 24/7. So it just keeps going. Like if I could wake up tomorrow and drop like 5 collections, I'll do that shit. Yeah, so that's just about it. It was more of like giving back to society. I mean, as individuals, like we all do our things like our day to day, but you know, it's just good to like we have faith, you know, so we have belief and we want like a better country for for ourselves as Nigerians. So it was just more of like I hadn't been home in like in some time. I came back to Nigeria and I saw the state of the country and I just wanted to do something for my environment. And the best thing was, you know, through my brand and initiative I did, like, you know, water cleaning, giving back to society. So this was like, the whole idea was just to get all the waste, all the plastic in the water, gather it and like recycle it and use it to make something. But just to make the environment a better place, to make Lagos water cleaner. This was the whole concept because I used to deep things then, and I was just thinking that like you know like this little change, clean water in Lagos would change a lot. It would like make a lot of things better that people don't even think about. So this was the initiative, and I still plan to visit it back very soon. Just need to put some things in place, and it will become like a constant thing that we're doing. Lagos waters will be clean by the grace of God. Honestly, I just want to be accessible for everybody. I want to be everywhere. So it's more or less like when I say world domination, it's like I want to have like a store in different continents and you know, just being available for everybody is gonna be something that like, you know, stuff for children, stuff for everybody, like stuff for kids. Just you get the idea, like I just want to leave a legacy, honestly. This is the main point. This is what it's about. I want to just leave a legacy, like make history in the sense that generations to come, like people are still wearing my clothes. It's like, you know, stuff like you see Gucci, you see Louis Vuitton, you see that like the brand name, the owners are dead, but the brand still exists. So this is what I'm trying to build, something that's worth the while. The main P right now is like freedom of expression, no limitations. This is why like it's like an outburst of like you know creativity. I want to have this vibe that when people see my stuff, it's like, okay, you know that, okay, there's no limits. So it's just like freedom of expression. Hey, what's up? This is Mr. Fantasy, and we're doing Behind the Stage with SSD.